The story follows life in a mysterious domed city where citizens experience routine security alerts and shelter protocols. The main character lives an ordinary life with his family, including his mother and a close female friend named Kotoa, who frequently visits their home. Kotoa's mother is a busy researcher, explaining why she often stays with the main character's family. The main characters and Kotoa discuss an upcoming test and their academic aspirations. Their peaceful routine is interrupted by warning sirens, which trigger traumatic memories for Kotoa about her father's death. They seek shelter during the alert, following standard safety protocols that have become normalized in their society. During the shelter stay, the main character makes a significant promise to protect Kotoa. After receiving the all-clear signal, they prepare to head to school, maintaining their usual routine despite the ominous atmosphere. The seemingly ordinary day takes an unexpected turn when they encounter a mysterious dog. The pursuit of the strange dog leads them to an abandoned school building. This creature knows the main character's name and presents him with a mysterious object meant to be inserted into his chest, marking the beginning of dramatic changes in their lives. A different emergency alarm sounds, signaling the start of a catastrophic event. The peaceful everyday life begins to crumble as bizarre creatures appear and attack. The main character faces a critical moment when Kotoa is endangered, forcing him to confront the promise he made to protect her. A tense situation unfolds where someone is in grave danger. A mysterious figure taunts about the cruel nature of life and suggests that monsters will harm an innocent girl. The tone is dark and foreboding, with warnings that no hero will come to save her. The only solution presented is for direct intervention. The scene reveals this is an impromptu entrance exam. A special knife is presented that contains extraordinary power. When used, this power will flow into the wielder and grant them fighting abilities. There is urgency in the decision as time runs short for saving the person in distress. A pivotal moment occurs as the knife is drawn. The blade is described as dark red, almost black in color. After some hesitation, the knife is gripped with both hands in preparation for use. This leads to a dramatic transformation sequence reminiscent of various anime styles. The battle system is introduced, featuring strategic movement and attack options. Combat involves managing AP, action points, dealing with fatigue mechanics, and choosing between different attack types. Special abilities can be unlocked as voltage accumulates during battle. The battle concludes successfully, and a rescue is made. A mysterious figure appears and reveals this was all a test, which was passed with flying colors. An invitation to join an illustrious academy is extended, followed by a spectacular visual sequence involving dimensional transfer. The scene shifts to a new setting, a classroom environment. The protagonist awakens at a desk, confused and disoriented. Looking around reveals other students who seem equally confused. No one knows how they arrived, and attempts to leave are prevented by locked doors and sealed windows. A group of students find themselves mysteriously locked inside a school with no memory of how they got there. Their last memories involve fighting strange monsters before experiencing a bright light and waking up in this location. The situation bears a striking resemblance to other games involving trapped students. Discussion reveals that a Mascot character appears to be behind their imprisonment. The setup is familiar. Students trapped in a school with a mysterious mastermind hiding behind a cute mascot, suggesting this could be another killing game where participants are forced to murder each other. An announcement interrupts, instructing the students to get to know their teammates. While some want to attempt escape, others warn about potential consequences of damaging school property, suggesting they might have explosives implanted in their bodies. One particularly enthusiastic student expresses excitement about participating in a real killing game, viewing it as an escape from mundane life. This person appears familiar with similar game scenarios and embraces the deadly situation concerning their fellow students. A student named Takamaru Yakoshi reveals himself as a hot-headed individual who transforms during fights. Despite his tough exterior, he shows genuine concern for potential survivors of the monster attacks, particularly worried about children separated from their parents. Shomagazaki introduces himself as a deeply insecure individual who barely remembers his own name. He describes himself as worthless, without skills or achievements, claiming his only friend is his pet dog. His extreme self-deprecation suggests significant psychological issues. A student named Tsubasa joins the conversation, expressing concern about people left behind after the monster attacks. The group reflects on their shared experience fighting monsters and their worry for survivors, though specific details of these events remain unclear. The scene opens with discussion about a small garage workshop run by a character and their grandfather, where they primarily work on car maintenance and repairs. Having grown up watching their grandfather work, they developed strong mechanical skills from an early age, though they admit to being less capable with other matters. Despite their expertise with machines, they sometimes make questionable decisions, like accepting rides from strangers with interesting vehicles. The situation becomes more tense as the characters discuss being locked in a school. The atmosphere is filled with fear and uncertainty, with some characters showing visible signs of anxiety. This leads to awkward attempts at humor and growing tension among the group as they try to process their circumstances. Two important characters are introduced as siblings, Ima and Kakutsukumo. Their dynamic is notably unusual, with the brother displaying an excessive, almost uncomfortable level of devotion to his sister. He consistently praises her in overblown terms, causing obvious discomfort to those around them and embarrassment to his sister. The scene shifts to an interaction with a character named Hiraku Shizahara, who displays a cold and dismissive attitude. When questioned about the monsters that attacked the town, she refuses to speculate without concrete evidence, creating tension with her aloof responses. Another character emerges, displaying extreme anxiety and self-pity about their situation. Their behavior shifts between aggressive outbursts and desperate pleas for attention, showing signs of social media-influenced behavior and making references to cancellation culture. This person, identified as Gaku, reveals themselves to be somewhat of an otaku. Edo Otsuki introduces himself as a high school senior. Despite claiming social awkwardness due to extended hospital stays, he appears relatively well-adjusted and friendly. He actively tries to engage with others while being conscious of not making them uncomfortable. A bell sounds, followed by an announcement suggesting they are being monitored. The appearance of a robot voice marks a significant turning point in their situation, hinting at more revelations to come. A robotic commanding officer introduces himself as Siri to a group of new arrivals at the Last Defense Academy. Despite initial resistance from the group, Siri asserts authority and reveals this will be their new home. The interaction starts with tension as the robot acknowledges being called names but maintains a position of authority. When one person attempts to resist, Siri reveals having implanted bombs in all of them while they were unconscious. This shocking revelation effectively stops any immediate rebellion. The situation becomes more serious as they learn they cannot return to their previous lives in the Tokyo residential complex. Siri provides a demonstration by opening window shutters, revealing a shocking view of the outside world. Instead of the familiar dome ceiling they lived under, they see an endless sky. However, the most disturbing sight is what lies beneath, an expanse of otherworldly, perpetually burning flames surrounding the school. The flames are explained to be eternal, requiring no fuel, and impossible to extinguish. This revelation challenges everything the group understood about their world. The burning ring effectively serves as their cage, making escape impossible. The situation forces them to confront a reality far different from their protected life in the complex. Rather than organizing killing games among themselves, Siri reveals their true purpose. They are to become a special defense unit tasked with eliminating enemy threats to the school. Before the full explanation can be given about who selected them for this mission, an alarm interrupts. An intruder alert sounds through the school, initiating defense mode. Monsters similar to those that previously attacked the complex begin swarming toward the school. Siri urges the group to fight using their newly granted powers, referred to as Huma, suggesting these creatures will be simple to defeat with their enhanced abilities. A discussion occurs about the gameplay dynamics, shifting away from the traditional Danganronpa-style mystery of figuring out who killed who. The new format appears to be more of an us versus them scenario, requiring a different approach to get players emotionally invested in the characters. Several characters express varying levels of willingness to join the fight. While some show enthusiasm to protect others, several voice skepticism and reluctance to participate, especially given their lack of trust in their apparent leader who had previously abducted them. The leader announces that just 3 fighters will be sufficient for handling what appears to be a scouting party of enemies. The group heads to the war room, with some members showing excitement about the advanced technology they encounter. A serious warning is delivered that the stakes extend beyond just their lives. Their friends, families, and everything they care about will be forfeit if they fail. This revelation causes significant concern among the group members. The group debates the credibility of these threats and discusses the mysterious power that transported them to the school. Some suspect it might be magic, while others question if this could be a VR experience. One character decides to join the fight, motivated by a promise to protect someone dear to them despite their fear. They acknowledge they can rely on others and don't need to face the danger alone. The game systems are explored, revealing features like auto-save functionality, character report cards with likes and dislikes, and various menu options. The war room is confirmed to be located on the 3rd floor. Battle preparations begin with the introduction of infusers and Hemoanima. The combat system appears to be strategy-based, similar to Fire Emblem, with objectives including protecting a building while maintaining its integrity level against enemy attacks. During a combat encounter, a group of fighters discusses strategy and character abilities. One member appears to have superior strength, but also notable weaknesses. The team expresses relief at having this powerful ally on their side as they prepare to return to battle. The team analyzes their combat roles. One member, equipped with a motorcycle, excels in mobility and defense, functioning as a tank character. Another character serves as mid-range support, specializing in support attacks and voltage generation. This support character experiences fatigue that affects their skill set. The group engages in tactical combat, positioning their tank character at the front lines. They discover various attack patterns and damage outputs, with some characters able to target multiple enemies. The team learns to manage character positioning and special abilities while dealing with enemy threats. After defeating initial enemies, the team confronts their true nature. These creatures, designated as school invaders, are revealed to be mysterious entities attempting to breach the school. Protected by undying flames, the school occasionally faces stronger invaders that break through defenses. The mission stakes become clear. These creatures seek something hidden within the school that could lead to human extinction if obtained. The Special Defense Unit exists specifically to prevent this catastrophic outcome, though the exact connection between the school and humanity's future remains unclear. A massive enemy, resembling a dragon, suddenly appears. In a shocking turn of events, one team member falls in battle, leading to deployment of a corpse recovery unit. This unexpected loss forces the remaining members to stay focused on the crucial mission ahead. The team learns about Hemoanima, revealed to be the only effective weapon against the invaders. Regular weapons prove useless against these creatures. The situation grows tense as they prepare to face the enemy commander while trying to prevent further casualties. Combat mechanics expand to include a voltage system that enables boost abilities and special attacks. These power-ups enhance allies' abilities and persist throughout battle, adding strategic depth to the encounters. The team must carefully manage these resources while engaging enemies. The battle intensifies as the team discovers limitations in their healing capabilities. They must rely on defensive stances and armor while managing their positioning and special attacks. Despite the challenges, they persist in fighting against the powerful adversaries threatening their mission. During an intense battle sequence, a character becomes stunned and appears to die, leading to confusion about whether death is even possible in this world. The players attempt various tactical maneuvers to save their companion, including using dash moves and counterattacks, but struggle with the mechanics and limitations of their characters' abilities. The battle continues with learning about voltage boosts and special moves. The team adopts a more defensive strategy, utilizing shields and positioning to their advantage. One character proves particularly effective with their counterattack ability and shield defense, allowing them to engage multiple enemies at once. The mood becomes tense as other characters reveal they watched the entire battle through classroom monitors. The group struggles with witnessing death for the first time, leading to accusations and blame among team members about their participation in the battle. In a surprising twist, the supposedly dead character returns alive, revealing a key mechanic of the world, the Hemoanima system. This technology allows for the reconstruction and reanimation of organic tissue, effectively making the characters immortal through recovery pods in the infirmary. A conversation takes place about living in a restricted Tokyo residential complex under a dome, highlighting how the residents' limited viewpoint has caused them to miss out on experiencing the wider world. The discussion reveals that the future holds many possibilities, leading to an unexpected comparison to a Taco Titan. The group learns about their newfound immortality while on school grounds, though this ability comes with limitations. Recovery drones cannot pass the wall of fire, and if invaders damage the recovery pods, their immortality will be lost. This means they must continue fighting off invaders to maintain their survival advantage. A surprising concern arises about immortality preventing certain activities. The group also learns that revival includes receiving a new implanted bomb. Some express discomfort with this arrangement, questioning the credibility of the immortality claims, and noting that fatal injuries still cause intense pain despite eventual revival. The conversation shifts to discussing humanity's future. It's revealed that if invaders secure a special item from inside the school, humanity faces extinction. The Tokyo residential complex would be obliterated, placing the fate of the world squarely on the group's shoulders. A victory celebration is proposed in the cafeteria, where more information will be shared. The group heads to the first floor, finding a sophisticated cafeteria with a machine capable of creating any desired food. Some receive fancy meals, while others are restricted to basic provisions, creating tension between fighters and non-fighters. A detailed briefing reveals that Last Defense Academy exists outside the Tokyo residential complex at a classified location. The school faces periodic attacks from invaders seeking a crucial item vital to humanity's survival. The group has been drafted into special defense to protect the school, requiring them to live on campus. The mission duration is set at 100 days, after which the group can return to their normal lives. It's confirmed that the Tokyo residential complex remains safe, as invaders now focus solely on the school. Questions arise about the mysterious item they're protecting and why inexperienced civilians were chosen for such a crucial mission. During a tense discussion about a critical mission, it was revealed that highly classified information would remain secret unless everyone agreed to join the fight. The only way to learn more about the mission and selection criteria was to convince the reluctant members to participate in the war effort against increasingly powerful invader forces. Living arrangements were announced, with individual suites prepared on the rooftop. Despite initial concerns about accommodations, the setup aimed to provide privacy while maintaining order. The living situation, while unusual with its rooftop location, offered a degree of comfort to the uncertain group. A debate emerged about participation in combat. While some emphasized the apparent safety of immortality in battle, others expressed genuine fear and reluctance. The discussion highlighted different perspectives on duty, personal courage, and responsibility to the group. The reality of their situation began to sink in. They were essentially prisoners for the next 100 days. Despite having individual rooms, the confinement and sudden life changes weighed heavily on everyone. Health concerns and physical exhaustion from battle added to their worries. The rooftop accommodations revealed prefabricated huts with nameplates, more numerous than the current group members. This detail sparked curiosity and speculation about potential future arrivals. The unusual setting, complete with an open sky view, added to the surreal atmosphere. First day experiences concluded with physical and emotional exhaustion. Despite comfortable accommodations, the drastic change from normal life to this extraordinary situation left everyone drained. Sleep offered temporary escape from their new reality. The second day began with an energetic wake-up announcement calling everyone to breakfast. The morning message included unsettling references to bloodlust, adding to the general unease about their situation and raising concerns about potential manipulation through their food. The morning meal revealed disparities in food distribution, with some receiving only basic provisions like dry bread. This situation prompted comparisons to past experiences of scarcity, highlighting the challenging conditions they needed to adapt to. A conversation begins about exploring the academy campus after breakfast. The discussion reveals this is no ordinary school, with potential hidden rooms and facilities yet to be discovered. The tour seems orchestrated by someone named Sarah, but could provide valuable clues about what special item they are protecting within the school. During exploration, a giant refrigerator is discovered, leading to speculation that the protected item might be related to food production. This theory stems from the presence of food-related facilities and equipment throughout the building. In a darkened room, advanced equipment including pods is found. These pods allegedly can transport consciousness into virtual reality worlds. One pod appears broken, causing emotional distress to someone attempting to use it. The presence of such advanced technology hints at the facility's sophisticated capabilities. The exploration continues to an entrance hall, where it's revealed students can leave the school building but face a wall of flames outside. A commanding officer mysteriously appears and disappears, demonstrating unusual technological capabilities similar to surveillance systems. Special fire extinguishers are discovered that can temporarily create openings in the wall of flames. However, it's revealed that the outside world contains only ruins and dangerous invaders. The wall of flames apparently serves as protection rather than imprisonment. Importantly, death outside school grounds cannot be reversed. Discussion turns to escape possibilities, with some expressing skepticism about the commanding officer's claims regarding distance from TRC, Tokyo Residential Complex. There's debate about whether their true purpose is protecting humanity or if there's more to the situation than they've been told. The exploration ends at a training room featuring VR training machines. These advanced systems use neural impulses for skill development, suggesting a sophisticated technological infrastructure within the facility. The presence of such equipment indicates preparation for future challenges or conflicts. The scene opens with observations about peculiar decor, including hot pink drapes and gilded doors, setting up the unusual aesthetic of the environment. The description highlights the strange and unsettling nature of the surroundings. A character named Sumino encounters an authority figure who maintains a facade of friendliness while clearly exercising control. This interaction reveals tension between maintaining authority and attempting to appear approachable, with underlying skepticism about true motives regarding humanity's preservation. A distinctive security feature called the Undying Flames is explained. These supernatural barriers act with autonomous intelligence, forming fiery hands to prevent intruders from crossing them. While seemingly impenetrable, they have a limited vertical range, suggesting potential vulnerability to attacks from extreme heights. The facility contains a sophisticated defense system resembling a jukebox that controls multiple functions, including early warning systems, defensive barriers, and basic utilities. This fully automated supercomputer manages the entire facility without requiring maintenance staff. The infirmary houses disturbing automated corpse recovery drones shaped like flying coffins. These units automatically retrieve fallen fighters and bring them to a revival machine called the Revival-matic, which can reconstruct bodies using stored genetic data. This technology raises questions about the nature of mortality within this world. A significant discovery reveals a stately door protected by undying flames inside the facility. Behind this heavily guarded entrance lies something critically important that could potentially destroy humanity if misused. The exact nature of this threat remains deliberately concealed. The group receives orders to gather in the cafeteria to compare notes about their facility tour. Tension builds as some members resist immediate compliance, while others pragmatically accept the situation. The authority figure reveals there is no formal curriculum or schedule unless fighting occurs. This announcement creates mixed reactions, highlighting divisions within the group between those willing to adapt and those still resistant to their situation. The fate of humanity is emphasized as the ultimate motivation for cooperation. A tense discussion unfolds regarding a critical conflict. The participants express deep skepticism about being forced into a war without having full information. Their main concerns revolve around a mysterious revival machine and questions about the true nature of what they are meant to protect. The atmosphere is filled with distrust and hesitation. After continued resistance from the group, Sirei, a key figure in the situation, finally agrees to reveal everything. This represents a significant shift from using information as leverage to gain cooperation. Sirei acknowledges the need to consult with higher authorities and suggests the possibility of individual briefings, hinting at sensitive, personalized information. Sirei departs, leaving the group with mixed feelings about the promised revelations. Some remain skeptical about whether the truth will actually be shared, while others see it as a potential turning point. The dynamic among the group members reveals varying levels of commitment to the cause. A poignant flashback reveals the tragic history between two characters. A young girl named Karua lost her father in a devastating car accident during a security alert. The incident left her with both emotional and physical scars, creating a deep bond with another character who promised to protect her. After waking from this memory dream, drenched in sweat, the protagonist grapples with questions about how their disappearance has affected those left behind in the residential complex. The weight of past promises and current responsibilities creates internal conflict. Venturing outside, the protagonist experiences their first view of stars, revealing a sheltered past. The awe-inspiring sight of the night sky brings a mix of terror and beauty. This serene moment is interrupted by a mysterious encounter with a fiery apparition resembling a young man who seems to be trying to communicate something important. The encounter with the mysterious flame-like figure leaves the protagonist deeply unsettled. Unable to decipher the meaning of this supernatural experience, they remain sleepless until morning, suggesting this event holds significant implications for future developments. The dawn of their third day at the academy approaches with new uncertainties. A new day begins at the academy, with the usual morning announcements calling for endurance and sacrifice to protect humanity's future. A student contemplates whether to share their supernatural encounter from the previous night involving a ghost boy, but decides to postpone that decision until after an important meeting with Siri. The group gathers in the war room awaiting Siri, who fails to show up. They speculate he may still be in discussions with leadership. Rather than wait indefinitely, they decide to disperse and use their free time individually until Siri summons them again. The academy operates on a structured schedule with 2 daily free periods, morning and afternoon. During these times, students can upgrade weapons, socialize with classmates, or train. Various locations like the training room and entrance hall are now accessible to students. A student interaction reveals unique character dynamics, particularly with Darumi, who expresses concerning views about nutrition and mortality. The social system appears to grade students across 5 subjects: linguistics, math, science, social studies, and gym, with different activities affecting different grades. The day ends without any word from Siri, leading to growing frustration among students about being kept in the dark. Questions arise about why leadership is so intent on withholding information from them. The 4th day of service begins with more announcements about endurance and sacrifice. Students gather in the cafeteria, noting Siri's continued absence spanning over 24 hours. Speculation grows about pre-recorded announcements and Siri's whereabouts. Taking advantage of Siri's absence, students begin ordering luxury foods from the Rationomatic, disregarding previous restrictions. This sparks debate about whether breaking rules during supervision gaps is acceptable. Concerned about Siri's prolonged absence, students organize a search party within the school, while others continue enjoying their newfound freedom with the Rationomatic. The situation creates an atmosphere of uncertainty and mild rebellion. The narrative shifts to a training sequence involving virtual combat simulation. Students learn about a powerful but fatal special attack technique, suggesting serious preparation for actual combat scenarios. The training system appears designed to teach crucial battle tactics, even if at the ultimate cost. The group engages in a challenging battle scenario that they manage to win with an S rank despite losing 2 characters. This victory demonstrates their growing combat capabilities and tactical skills, even though the circumstances were difficult. The realistic nature of the simulation impresses the participants. The VR training system is revealed to provide BP, battle points, which can be used to upgrade class weapons and skills. This creates an incentive for continued training as preparation for future defense battles. The upgrade system requires both BP and specific materials obtained through various activities. An exploration opportunity arises, allowing for a team of up to 3 members to venture outside. The group decides to maximize their numbers for safety, given the dangerous conditions with invaders present in the external environment. The outside world is revealed to be a devastated landscape filled with city wreckage and debris. The exploration system operates like a board game where players select step cards to move spaces, encounter various events, and collect materials. Movement options include material spaces, battle spaces, and event spaces. The team encounters and successfully defeats a powerful purple enemy, demonstrating effective strategic combat abilities. Their tactical approach includes careful positioning, defensive stances, and coordinated attacks. The battle yields valuable rewards, including a supercomputer CPU. The exploration concludes as darkness falls, with the team learning that such expeditions consume an entire day and must be initiated in the morning. They gain valuable experience about managing resources and time during these missions. Concerns arise about Sirei's absence and broken promise to reveal the truth. The situation becomes increasingly suspicious as he fails to appear, despite being their commanding officer. The team begins to question the circumstances of his disappearance. The group debates their options, given Sirei's continued absence. Some suggest escaping the school, while others express concerns about the dangers outside, including invaders and the inability to reach the Tokyo residential complex. The critical issue of revival capabilities outside school grounds becomes a major point of discussion. A tense discussion unfolds about escaping from a confined school setting. While some are willing to risk everything to find their way home, others express serious doubts about the feasibility of surviving in the dangerous wilderness without proper planning or maps. The group debates whether staying is truly safer, given their suspicions about Sirei's promises regarding their eventual release after 100 days. The narrative shifts to memories of a girl named Karu, who had a peculiar habit of wandering off and getting lost as a child. Despite being surrounded by people in familiar places, she would vanish completely, only to reappear suddenly like a ghost. Taki, who had a special talent for finding her, would always track her down and promise to continue doing so. A crisis erupts when Ito goes missing, taking a fire extinguisher with him in an apparent attempt to escape alone. The group expresses concern about his survival chances, given his inexperience with Hemoanima and lack of combat skills. A heated debate ensues about whether to search for him, with some advocating abandonment while others push for a rescue attempt. Takumi proposes a solution, claiming a special talent for finding lost people. He suggests extending the search beyond the school walls to look for both Ito and Siri. Despite initial skepticism, several others volunteer to join the search mission, though this creates tension with those who believe they should focus on defending the school. The search party begins their mission, planning to start near the school and gradually expand their search radius. They soon spot numerous invaders in the area, creating additional danger. The situation becomes urgent when they finally locate Ito, but he appears to be in immediate peril from the surrounding threats. The group prepares to engage in combat to reach him. A defensive stand takes place to protect Ado from an attack. After the confrontation, Ado regains consciousness, feeling woozy but generally okay. The group reveals they came looking for him after he disappeared without telling anyone, refusing to abandon him despite his solo escape attempt. The group explains to Otto that they understand his situation. They've all been pulled from their normal lives into this bizarre circumstance. Despite disagreements on the best course of action, they share the same goal of getting home and refuse to leave anyone behind. They emphasize the importance of surviving together for the sake of their loved ones. Otto expresses gratitude and explains his actions. He had hoped to find clues about returning to the complex to prove there was still hope. However, he only found burnt ruins as previously described, seemingly confirming there was no escape route. Before he could elaborate further, he loses consciousness again. After bringing an exhausted Ado back to safety, the group discusses how close they came to losing him to the invaders. They realize Ado wasn't simply trying to save himself, but was searching for a way to help everyone escape together. However, his exhaustion made him vulnerable to the invaders' attack. A mysterious object found on one of the invaders sparks recognition among the group. This discovery prompts plans for an expedition the following morning to investigate the attack site further. The object appears connected to someone named Sirei, though its exact significance remains unclear. The next morning, Hiroko leads an investigation to the location where Otto was found. They discover a badge from Sirei's hat, raising questions about a possible confrontation with invaders. The search continues until a startling discovery is made in a roadside trash can: Sirei's remains, broken into pieces. The group debates who could have killed Sirei, considering both internal and external threats. They recall Sirei mentioned having bombs inside, making it unlikely one of their own was responsible. The discussion turns to the possibility of stealthy invaders who somehow breached their defenses undetected. An intruder alert suddenly interrupts their investigation, warning of unauthorized personnel on school grounds. The defense mode activates, calling all troops to prepare for battle. The timing of this attack appears strategic rather than random, catching the group at a vulnerable moment. A group discusses how to handle invaders who may have destroyed Sirei and chosen to attack during a vulnerable moment. Despite some hesitation about fighting without Sirei's leadership, they recognize they have no choice but to fight for survival. A member named Ruko steps up to take charge, though this causes some tension within the group. The group splits, with about half following Takamura and Dura to the war room, while others remain behind. Those leaving warn the non-participants they will regret not joining the fight, whether they survive or not. The group then prepares for defensive battle, though some seem overly enthusiastic about the violent conflict ahead. During the battle, one fighter displays disturbing enthusiasm about killing the monsters, making unsettling comments about their deaths. The group engages in tactical combat, working to eliminate smaller enemies first while managing their resources and positioning. A powerful fighter reveals they have been battling these school invaders long before others arrived, having defended the Tokyo residential complex without most people knowing. This raises questions about how long the invasion has been happening and how it has been kept secret. The group encounters a mysterious human figure approaching them. While debating how to handle this unknown person, who might be from the complex, the situation takes an unexpected turn when the figure begins performing strange gestures. The situation becomes dangerous until Otto arrives to help, revealing he had a change of heart. Despite previously refusing to fight, he decides to join the battle to protect his friends. While his speech about friendship and courage is considered cheesy by some, the group welcomes his support. The battle intensifies with numerous enemies appearing. The group implements tactical strategies, utilizing each member's strengths. Otto joins as a new fighter with unique abilities, including random buff gains after actions and special attack moves, though his health is relatively low. In the midst of an intense battle, strategic decisions are being made about positioning and attacks. The situation appears to be more challenging than initially anticipated, with limited options available for the team. Despite the difficulties, they continue pressing forward, taking out multiple enemies and gaining AP and Vulch in the process. The battle concludes successfully, though it proves to be the most challenging yet. The enemy commander reverts to a humanoid form after being defeated, revealing an interesting connection. Their power appears remarkably similar to the team's Hemoanima ability. This discovery raises questions about the commander's true nature and special abilities. The defeated commander attempts communication in an incomprehensible language, seemingly begging for mercy. Despite some team members showing hesitation, Hiroko takes decisive action, performing a finishing blow that absorbs the commander's power, resulting in enhanced skills and voltage gain rate. The team discusses the revelation about Sirei's death, which has left them with countless unanswered questions. They contemplate their agreement about returning home after 100 days and the truth about why they were chosen. The loss of Sirei means many of their questions may remain forever unanswered. Following the intense day of battle and revelations, the team decides to retire to their rooms. They grapple with uncertainty about their future, particularly whether anyone will honor the agreement to send them home after 100 days now that Sirei is gone. Late in the evening, Ito visits to express gratitude for being saved during the battle. A meaningful conversation ensues about the importance of teamwork and friendship. Itoi pledges support and loyalty, emphasizing how combining their strengths and skills will help them overcome their challenges. The interaction ends with a formal handshake, despite its awkwardness, symbolizing their strengthened bond.